Okay, so uh, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
A Russian plane connected to Putin himself
Right.
lands in Israel
Right.
and then flies back to Moscow.
Interesting.
What's going on here?
Big question, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are they up to this time?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to try and figure out as we deep dive into this article about a potential Russian mediation effort with Iran.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is definitely...
It's certainly raising eyebrows across the intelligence community.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this isn't just any Aeroflot flight.
No.
We're talking about a 2214 SR, part of the elite Russia flight unit.
Wow.
Think of it as the Air Force One of Russia, specifically designated for top government officials and highly sensitive missions.
Yeah, so this is like serious stuff.
Yeah.
The fact that this particular plane landed in Israel, especially so soon after a previous visit,
Right.
suggests something big is brewing.
I think that's a pretty safe assumption. Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
You know, talk about sending mixed signals.
Well.
Just weeks ago, Putin was publicly blasting Israel's response
Oh, yeah.
to the Hamas attack, calling it disproportionate and unforgivable. And now we have his personal plane popping over for a chat.
Right.
Something doesn't quite add up.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting.
Right.
You know, it's like, what are they doing?
It is, exactly.
What's a head scratcher?
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The article floats two main theories.
Right.
First, Russia could be acting as a go-between,
Okay.
shuttling messages between Israel and Iran.
Interesting.
Think high-level warnings or maybe even negotiating terms
Right.
for a ceasefire. The second, more audacious theory
Yeah.
is that Putin sees an opportunity to play peacemaker,
Okay.
leveraging Russia's relationships with both countries to de-escalate the conflict and score some major diplomatic points.
So playing the role of a powerful, neutral third party.
Exactly.
But wouldn't Putin's recent criticism of Israel...
Make that role a bit awkward.
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
It is.
Some analysts believe Putin's harsh words for Israel were actually part of a calculated strategy to gain Iran's trust.
Interesting.
By publicly siding with them.
Right.
He might be trying to position Russia as the only mediator both sides will listen to.
Oh, that's a pretty cunning move if that's the case.
It could be.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what kind of messages might Israel be trying to send through their Russian messenger?
That's the other big question, isn't it?
It is.
The article speculates that Israel might be trying to walk a fine line, reassuring Iran that their nuclear program isn't the target, while simultaneously delivering a crystal clear message that any further attacks will be met with overwhelming force.
Right.
It's a high-stakes game of brinkmanship with Russia caught in the middle.
Wow. So, and speaking of complicated relationships, we can't forget about the Hamas factor.
Great.
The article mentions that Hamas's second-in-command was in Moscow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
At the same time.
Yeah.
As this mysterious plane landed in Israel, meeting with Russia's deputy foreign minister.
Interesting.
What was that about?
That's
it
adds a whole new layer of intrigue, doesn't it?
It does.
While officials deny the plane was there for this purpose, there's been a lot of speculation about a possible prisoner swap involving two Israeli-Russian citizens held by Hamas.
Right.
The timing of the Hamas visit to Moscow certainly raises questions about whether those negotiations were somehow connected to the plane's mission.
Right. And it gets even weirder.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Hezbollah, who are basically Iran's proxy army in Lebanon, stopped firing rockets into Israel while that Russian plane was on the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pure coincidence.
I mean...
Or was there some sort of backroom deal in play?
That's hard to say for sure.
It is.
But the timing is certainly suspicious. What's fascinating here is that even if Russia isn't actively mediating, their involvement alone has the potential to shift the balance of power in the region.
So what does this all mean?
Right.
We've got cloak and dagger flights, potential back-channel negotiations, and Putin playing a high-stakes geopolitical game.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's enough to make your head spin.
It's pretty wild.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And it all leads back to that key question.
What's that?
Is Russia's involvement a genuine attempt to broker peace?
Right.
Or is Putin maneuvering to advance his own agenda in the Middle East? Only time will tell.
That's true.
But one thing is clear.
Okay.
Russia's actions in this conflict will have ripple effects for years to come.
That is a great point.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Wow. So...
Thanks for deep diving with me.
Of course.
Yeah.
This has been Quite a story. It has been
a
fascinating deep dive.
Definitely.
I can't wait to see how this develops.
Me too.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to this deep dive, and we'll be back with another one soon.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.